This week in Sony news. This week in Sony news, Sony confirmed what I told you would happen last year. I told you this day would come, and the day has arrived. And look, I could easily sit here and pat myself on the back and be like, I was right. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Pat, I was motherfucking right. I was absolutely right. Yes, indeed, I was right. Because Sony confirmed everything that I said last year. Everything that I said would happen. I said this day would come. There's going to be a day in 2021 where Sony is going to basically let it be known. And when did they take the time to do it? Right around E3. Jesus Christ, this company has been nothing but trash news after trash news after trash news. Now, look. When I went ahead and picked up an Xbox Series X, I picked it up knowing all well and good that I was going to be getting a lot of games that were still going to be designed and developed for the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, consoles that don't have SSDs. I understood that. I understood that I was going to get better versions of those games, that they were going to play better, have way better frame rates, etc., etc. It was worth me getting it because of Game Pass. It gives me the opportunity to play a whole lot of games at absolutely no extra cost. I will not be paying for Game Pass again until 2024. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. So the games that they will be showing at E3, the games that will be shown all year round for the next few years, are games that I'm going to be able to play at no extra charge. Of course, I'm going to get the brand new Sexy because everything is going to play better on the brand new Sexy. I got a brand new TV that has all of these brand new features and da-da-da. I need a console to take advantage of all those things. This is the console to do that better than any other. So much so, hell, before I even continue to go in on Sony, I got to mention the fact that Xbox out of nowhere now has another new feature for the Xbox, consoles, etc., 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 which is higher resolutions, even higher frame rates. This is already the console with the highest resolutions because of Ori with its, 6K downscaling and stuff like that. It already has the highest frame rates. You know this already with more games than any other console out there. So now they got this AMD Fidelity FX. It says Xbox is excited by the potential of Fidelity FX super resolution as a means of increasing frame rates and resolution. This is why, because it is the most next-gen console on the market when it comes to your actual games, to how you purchase games, to how you keep your games through multiple generations, not just the last one. And all the FPS boosts and all of that goodness, all the good stuff that's happening with Xbox. You know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. They can put their head in the sand, but the facts are the facts. I knew this when I bought the console. Last year, when Microsoft was being 100% transparent, and I was the one bigging them up for being transparent, for being honest, for saying, listen, we can only show CGI trailers. Because these guys are working on these games. They ain't there to show you, but they working. We got multiple games. That's a beautiful thing. That's all we needed to know. Now you got a body of work. You definitely got a better first party than Sony because they just fired everybody. Everybody's gone for the most part. Guerrilla finally got a hit, right? After countless mediocre ass kills on games. I always said they had to leave that franchise behind. I don't know why they hung on for so long, but they finally got something in Horizon. Good for them. But how many developers are gone now? All those Japanese studios. Hell, even the developer of Days Gone. They're making a brand new IP, but what does that mean? A brand new IP could be something good, it could be something bad, it could be Splatoon, or it could be something that you ain't never gonna think about, like Balance Wonderworld or whatever the fuck. Yuji Naki going from Square Enix. I know it's sad. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wish nobody to lose their job, but the truth is, the man hasn't made a game that has been good in over 20 years. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Anyway, there's two type of new IPs out there. So Sony, they have a record of making whack shit and the developer goes away. So yeah, Days Gone developer, now they shaky. They real shaky because the next game is basically Days Gone, then they gone. That's it. No more days. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the Sony that I've been talking about. This is the Sony, what do they have to compete with what Microsoft is doing? Nothing. While Sony fans and websites all over the world were talking about Microsoft's way of doing things. The way that I just said, I understood what I was buying into and I had no problem with it from the beginning. It's what I wish of all these consoles to do, is have all my stuff backwards compatible. Things that I purchased in the past, it's going to play better on the new thing. They're doing everything right, and eventually the new stuff will come. We know we got Hellblade that's going to come out exclusively on the series. There's Avowed. Listen, I can just go down the list of games like Perfect Dark, etc., etc., etc. The point is they announced a whole bunch of stuff where Sony really didn't, and the stuff they announced I said was fluff. So last year, Sony went ahead and told people that they believed in generations. So the industry and fans alike took that and weaponized it into, yeah, the way Xbox is doing is wrong. Or, yeah, it's cool, but the way PlayStation doing it is way better. It's way better. It's way better for the next gen. It's way better for you to see, you know, what next gen games really going to look like. Blah, 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 blah. I said, man, they showed you a logo of God of War. That game is not coming out. They did exactly what Metroid Prime 4 did. That game is not coming out in 2021. No way at all. I would have bet everything on it because there was no way. Factually is what I said. I threw the word facts around. People don't like that, but it was a fact. And it is a fact now. I said, Horizon, they don't know that game is coming out next year. They're going to say that. And I told y'all, I said this word for it. They're going to crunch as hard as they could to try to get that game out this year. I said that last week. And now this week is confirmed. They're trying as hard as they could to get the game out this year. So the likely scenario is that game is not coming out this year unless they chop it up and then say, hey, look, Final Fantasy's doing it, so we could do it too. And it's coming out on PlayStation 4. And they told you that after the fact of that show last year because they wanted to make it seem like the shit was exclusive. I saw Gran Turismo. I said, yo, that's the PlayStation 4 game. To the T. Look at the thumb. The polygons are the exact same. 1, 2, 1. This is exactly what they did to Horizon, what they showed here. Only thing is, Horizon didn't get ray tracing. This game, they showed a little bit of ray tracing. I'm like, that's come on. Y'all falling for this? That's not a brand new game. That's nothing there. And it's like, yeah, when that game coming out? Sometime, maybe next year. Oh yeah, and it's also coming out on PlayStation 4. Makes sense. It's being developed off the back of that demo thing that they had on PlayStation 4 because you ain't really getting no new Horizon game. I mean, not Horizon, excuse me. How dare I confuse that with the best racing game out there. You ain't getting no new Gran Turismo games, really. Y'all got this fake sport, whatever the hell it was. So they lied. On multiple things. God of War. Oh yeah, you know, we got the SSD. It's going to show how these games could be made, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're not taking advantage of those because all those games are being designed, first and foremost, to run for the 115 million PlayStation 4 owners. Is there something wrong with that? Nah. There's nothing wrong with that. But then when you think about the fact that, hold on, so I'm going to be playing PlayStation 4 games in 2022? Nah. Yeah, there's kind of something wrong with that. Because I expect Microsoft to have exclusives that are 100% exclusive to the series of consoles. 100%. You can play that shit in the cloud. You can play that shit on PC. You got multiple ways to play the game. But it's going to be exclusive to those consoles. Not the One X. Not be hampered by consoles without SSDs and shit like that. Definitely. We know they already got a lot of games announced that are confirmed to just be for the Series X. So, yeah. Or they're not confirmed for Xbox One at least. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's just... It's wild how we got here, which brings me now to all the bullshit lies. Right? I really want to focus on this, right? Because you see the goalpost moves now, right? Now everybody's like, yeah, more people could play. Yeah, but y'all wasn't saying that last year. When they was shifty about backwards compatibility, what were they saying? These are the truths that people want to act like, yo, it don't matter. It's just game. Well, you getting so bent out of shape. Nah, it's real shit behind this because y'all was trying to weaponize everything that Sony was saying in order to kill other platform manufacturers. Sony fans always done it. When Nintendo, they didn't want Nintendo to fucking keep making games. They wanted them dead. That's why they always shitted on us, clowning on us, kitty shit, kitty that. Same thing with the Xbox One, with the trading game bullshit, even though Sony was doing the same DRM bullshit and they backpedaled the same way Xbox did. Xbox just backpedaled after E3, where Sony already saw the tide turn it and backpedaled right before that. Remember, they went after Microsoft's show. That's the thing. Like, people want to act like this ain't the reality, and they trying to stop these people from eating. These console, these game creators, all of them, all aspect of it. They want Xbox gone. That's what they did to Halo. Halo was the worst thing ever, even though you couldn't point to one first-person shooter game that was open world, 4-player co-op that looked like that. Not one. You can't. Still to this day. But it wasn't good enough because it was crossplay. Who did I say was the ones weaponizing that shit? Because every single fucking gameplay reaction, go back, go look at every original reaction to Halo. Most of them, 99.9% of them shits were positive. Like, ooh, ah. Until they saw the reaction, then he became the hive mind who parried what everybody else said. Not me. I ain't changed. I said the game need work. Yeah, you can see pop in there, but this shit look fun. I played through all the Halo games. This shit look better than all the other ones. I'm with it. I'm down. I can't wait to see what they do. Oh yeah, they got free online play. It's gonna be this, that, like all the shit. I was the one praising it for what it actually was, while other people was trying to shit on it just because it wasn't exclusive to the series console, trying to weaponize the fact that all the Sony games were gonna be exclusive when in reality they knew back then. Just like I said, and I said they would use the pandemic as a fucking lie because they knew, because they were in the middle of a pandemic when they lied and said that those games were coming out next year when they didn't even have nothing to show for God of War that it was coming out. They were lying the whole fucking time, like I said. And here's the even bigger kicker. Here's the even fucking bigger kicker. What makes me laugh about these fucking lames, because this is what they are. This is what I said, and this the truth is in the pudding. If everything I said came right, then everything I said was right. When I say they was lames, they were this, they were that, those suckers of the industry, the way they flip-flopping this, that. Now y'all gonna be paying $70 games for shiny PlayStation 4 games. I don't give a fuck how much faster the game load or none of that. You hear the passion right now? This is real talk. You're gonna be paying more money for fucking nothing. Oh yeah, and another thing. Why the fuck can't you use your DualSense controllers when your DualShock controller, your DualShock on your PlayStation 4? Why you can't use that on your PlayStation 5? When all these games are gonna be playing on PlayStation 4. Because they just want you to spend money. Money, 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 money. Robbing you. Don't talk to me about Xbox not being better than PlayStation. You can get Ratchet & Clank for your one Ratchet & Clank. Boy, I done played already how many games where you gotta pay $20 for Knockout City? I've been playing that for free. Same thing with The Wild at Heart. I just started that up. I just finished Portal 1 just because of they one sit down. I just ran through Portal 1. For real. Go check the achievements. I'm telling you, I just did. Like, this is, I'm like, yo, I just running through games. For your one game, I'm going to be playing dozens. New Arrivals, The Ascent. I just downloaded that to my series today before I started this podcast. Like, yeah, pre-install it to your series. I did that today. Like, bro, games for days, for days, for days. Games, Game Informer got footage of Psychonauts. The game continues to look really good, beautiful lighting and all that. Does it look as good as Ratchet? No. Doesn't mean it won't be better. Not saying it is, but it doesn't mean that it can't be. Visuals don't define the game being great. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, that's one exclusive. Cool. Why? When everything else in 2022 is going to be on PlayStation 4, you might as well not make that exclusive. Why? It's just to lock people out. So no, you gotta get the console to get this one. And then people are, oh yeah, but the shortages, the this and that. Who cares? The Wii was sold out like crazy. Nobody said, hey, the Wii sold out. Put all the shit on GameCube. Oh yeah, but the GameCube didn't sell that much. So what? So more than the Wii did at the time, right? The Wii didn't come out the gate at 20 million, 25 million. So they could have been like, you know what? Not just Twilight Princess. Let's put Prime 3. Let's put Mario Galaxy. Come on, that's crazy. Hell, the Switch. They could have been like, you know what? Let's just put Splatoon 3 on the. Oh yeah, but it didn't sell that much. So what? They could still do it. You know what? It's a fucking shitty, stupid ass excuse of them just wanting now to move the goalposts to act like they wasn't being straight up dick riding fanboys before when they were, and that was the truth. And now they're gonna flip flop and act like everything was all good. Y'all was acting like the fucking Xbox way was bad. Don't act like, oh yeah, you taking this shit too serious, bro. Y'all trying to end something that's good. Game Pass is better than everything on every console. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. Because you like video games, something that's going to give you access to brand new games, new games at the highest quality and fidelity that you can get anywhere on the market. Don't tell me that shit is whack. Something that I spent less than 2 games for. Back in 2018. You understand what I'm saying? 2 games for. And I got this shit till 2024. Don't tell me the shit ain't on a league of its own. The shit, what they're doing with the fact that, listen, man, you got to go and buy Mario 3 again if you want to play it on your Super Nintendo Switch. You got to go back and buy all the shit that you bought on the Virtual Console on your Wii. The shit that you originally bought when they came out on the actual Super Nintendo, when you was young enough and you was probably asking your parents to buy you the shit on the NES, on the GameCube, whatever the case may be. Those games that you already own, you got to rebuy all of that shit. Whereas on the Xbox, if you got them, if they were able to get them backwards compatible due to license, all that bullshit, yeah, you can get those games and play those games. And for the most part, as a person who, I mean, you know the Xbox how it was when it came out. It wasn't like, oh yeah, it had a whole ton of exclusive whatever. It's fine though. You still get all of the old shit, and now you get all the new stuff, and you know that this is gonna be the way it's gonna carry over into the future. It's beautiful. There's nobody else doing that on the market, and people still sit there and try to tell you, yeah, yo, you hating, you this, da 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 da. Like, bro, everything I said was true. Every single criticism about Sony was true. They just want your money, raising the price of games. Why? You launching them with Gold Edition, Silver Edition, Platinum Edition, Ultimate Edition, Limited Edition, Day 1 Edition, Game of the Year Edition, DLC within the games. You got it on a 115 million install base, which is going to be bigger by the time the actual games come out in 2020 motherfucking 2. Then you got the PlayStation install base, which is going to be crazy by the time it hits 2022. $70, wow. Oh yeah, and why can't you use your DualShock 4 again? Wow. Oh my God, you're taking this too serious. Nah, man. I'm known as the Red Knight for a reason. You know what the Knight part is? What do Knights do? They protect the people. I'm always the one out here saying the truth to the people, whether they want to hear it or not. It's my job to do that. That's what I took it upon myself with ActiveGamerLife, right? Be a man of the people. Say it how it is, even if they don't want to hear it. They eventually gonna join me in the sun. And that's exactly what happened now. Everybody has joined me in the sun. And look, when you see all the flip-flop and shit, it just goes to show you that's where I can get away with saying loser mentality. They hold nobody accountable for that. Oh, what you want to do? Da, 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 da. Like, bro, people who lie to you, and you accept that, we different. Completely different. Oh, yeah, these ain't people. This is a game company. It's okay. You fell for that. It's just marketing speak. Da, da, da. Like, bro, come on, man. Like I said, there's real shit behind this. These dudes is trying to see other companies fall. When the truth is, they the ones selling the most units out here, but they're the ones who fired the most people and seen the most developers fall. And people still want to rock out there and act like PlayStation is the best. Where? Show me that. Show me. I'm looking. Fuck out of here, man. Like, I'm not supposed to get passionate about this shit. Like, the fact that they lied to y'all for a whole year just so that people could run out during the pandemic and spend thousands. Because nobody, and I put that on guard. Nobody spent under 1,000 when they bought a PlayStation. If you did, then you bought it with a fucking PlayStation 4 game and no other fucking game. You spent almost 1,000 fucking dollars in the middle of a pandemic for lies, for shit that you could have been playing already on your current console. Didn't even need to upgrade for another 3 years technically. When the PlayStation Slim come out, and who was the one saying that you could just smell that the time to get a PlayStation 5 is when they do a newer model because this model is shit? And aren't they coming out with a brand new model because this model is actually confirmed to be shit? But I'm wrong. I'm the bad guy. Why? Because I talk with passion. Because there's a beat and a bass behind my voice. Like, that's what it is. Like, what do you want me to do? It's the truth, though. I'm sorry if I'm not going to be, oh, you're your favorite creator, content creator. Yeah, yeah, they flip-flop or whatever. Hand wave it and then act like nothing. And then that gives them the opportunity to do it again. And lie to the consumers again. Because these people ain't out for the consumers. They out for their own dollars. Their own platform, their own fucking dick riding of these companies. No, I ain't gonna sit here and talk bad about PlayStation because then I'm gonna lose my audience. How dare I shit on the... That's what happens. You lose your audience because you say the truth. Fuck that. Listen, if you listen to this and it's the last thing you ever heard, like if the last thing you ever heard was me say all that shit about PlayStation, guess what? You're gonna live a day where you're gonna say, shit, that motherfucker, yet again, did it again. The most consistent son of a bitch in the history and the existence of the video game medium. Nobody has done what I've done over the last decade. You understand that? That shit is crazy, bro. And that's me patting myself on the back 100%. It's not being conceited. It's the truth. Because nobody else is going to give me my flowers while I'm here. I'm the one who predicted Odyssey before Odyssey happened. The Starfinder Mario way before Andre. I saw Andre little Game Explain video. I was like, yeah, I did that like 3 years before you. That's not to take it away from him. It's good that he predicted it too. Because I'm not saying he saw my shit, but I did that. You understand? When Silex is going to be the thing, and then Prime 4 will be announced. I did that. Day one, when Federation Force was revealed and everybody was hating on it. I did that. Like, come on. I don't even got to go down the track record no more. That shit is so certified. You understand? Like, I'm solidified in people's minds who know of what I've done. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. That's all. That's all that came from, AGL for all the years of doing it on YouTube was that, people at least gonna remember the fact that, yeah, that dude track record was like no other. I've never seen a human do that shit. Like, yeah, and I'm gonna continue to do that for years and years to come right here on Patreon. I'm gonna continue to do that. You best believe it. Hell, there's stuff that I predicted that, who knows, in the next few days might come true, and I'll be like, yeah, remember. Like, trust me, sometimes I'll be like, damn, yo, you always referencing old videos, but I'm like, what can I do? It's because I don't rinse and repeat the same stuff over and over. I'm not making Nintendo Switch rumors all year round since the Switch came out. What kind of miserable existence is that? I'm enjoying the Switch for what it is, or I'm shitting on it for what it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just honest to God truth. Same thing with Xbox. I'm going to say, oh, this is cool when it's cool, and what's not cool when it's not cool. Like, them trying to raise the price, which they didn't, and something good came out of that. I had somebody in the comments on YouTube trying to tell me that I should still be mad about what Microsoft did in 2013. You for real? You probably the type of person who'll go up and pull up a tweet from somebody from 15 years ago and be like, yo, you said this thing 15 years ago, you trying to still cancel him, fire him, take everything away from his livelihood. It depends what he said. Because it's some shit you can't come back from, like racist shit. You know what I'm saying? Other shit is like, yo, don't act like you wasn't saying that shit. Like, that shit wasn't normal. Like, that word wasn't standard. Stop fronting now. Like, oh, you different just because you don't got something on wax that somebody could pull up on you. We live in a fucking goofy time where people try to weaponize all types of shit. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, here we are. All the lies came to fruition. You see that all they want is your money because the games, there's no reason for them to cost what they cost. They're going to be available on so many consoles. What was the difference? Games cost more to make. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Come on, son. Like, they're not giving that money. That extra 10 isn't ever going to the developers. It's going to suits, to dickheads who are going to lie to you. And going to take your money. They'll tell you, go get 2 jobs, da-da-da, this, that. Come on. Wasn't the PlayStation going to be quiet? But it's still loud. What happened to the SSD support? Still ain't around. What happened to it being the best this, the best that, the best visuals, the best that? It ain't that. It ain't touching Xbox. They ain't got this, they ain't got that, they ain't got FPS boost. They ain't got better legacy games playing better than others. You know what I'm saying? They don't do none of that. What do? Oh, they got a controller and I can feel the rumble. Cool. And that was cool in the Switch for 2 minutes. Yay. That's what you got. It's still the same old DualSense, which is still the wackest controller on the market because the thumbsticks don't go there. Sorry. Facts. That's an opinion. I know it is. But you know what's not an opinion? Every single time that a company goes out there and creates a third-party controller for their failed device that's going to try to make their way into the gaming industry, what is the controller always modeled after? The Nintendo Pro controllers. Or the Xbox controller. So yeah, I'm going to say fact. I don't know if you've seen the Amazon controls and stuff. That's what they do. I don't see what was it? The Steam control, all these controllers. I don't know what layout you seeing at the whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. And even if you want to give credit, you can because it's just a Super Nintendo controller with still 2 sticks. It's still the same controller from 1997, 18 months. Anyway. But that's something completely different. I could shit on everybody for controllers and not trying to push the medium forward in any real big major way, like the Wii Remote did. The last time anybody actually, truly tried. You know what I'm saying? Not some half-ass pretending like, look, we could do motion with these Joy-Cons. But yeah, the left stick is completely trash. This one has fucking drift. Oh yeah, and then we got a pointer where it doesn't matter. You can't use it for FPSs, so it's really nowhere near as good as the Wii. But yay! Like, nah, come on, man. Like, you ain't a real fan if you think that shit is even close to the Wii Remote. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh my God, you're hating. No, it's the truth. Like, what I just said is the truth. And any real Nintendo fan gonna be like, he's not lying. The Wii Remote is still the greatest thing they ever did. It is. Sorry. Be mad. Iwata was the man. And that's where I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he can't be top. I don't know if these new suits will be able to top it because, you know, it's all about the dollar now. More than anything. But I ain't trying to shit on Nintendo because this isn't about shitting on Nintendo. And I'm excited for Nintendo. I know they're going to have some good shit to show because when it comes to games, they always got the good. The good. Sony, on the other hand, people, y'all can keep hyping their shit. Keep acting like they make the best shit because the industry tells you, hey, hype it. Love it. Great. Bro. You're not going to see a PlayStation 5 God of War. A real PlayStation 5 God of War. Till 2025, 6, 7. Crazy. This generation, same thing with Horizon, same thing with Gran Turismo. Let that sink in. And that's okay. To the people who were shitting on Xbox saying that they believe in generations bullshit was the way to go. I've actually seen people try to spin it like, oh yeah, that's not what he was saying. If you read the fine print. Nah, that's what he was saying, bro. Don't try to spin this shit and be like, nah, what he meant was taking advantage of the taking. Nah, man, they had a whole fucking 1 hour presentation telling you why games being made from the ground up for SSD, leaving behind all the old ways is the way. It's the thing. It's what PlayStation 5 is all about. When? I guess when greatness waits. Come on, man. I'm not being too harsh, right? Because I'm just saying the truth. This is what they did. I'm just calling it the way it is. This is what the PlayStation fans did. This is what the audience did. I mean, weren't there Eurogamer articles talking about Xbox way was the bad way? Oh, they're wrong for doing that like this. They're going to stuff her and and blah, 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 blah. The same shit. You know what I'm saying? Based off lies. And then people will go and march and pick up a console based off lies. Pick up a console with more expensive games. Pick up a console with nothing, nowhere near as good as Game Pass. Pick up a console where you know the shit you buy ain't gonna be on your next console in the future because you know how PlayStation works. But the PlayStation 4 is backwards compatible. Yeah, but there's no promise that the next one will be because they don't have an initiative to do something like that. You know, like Xbox has proven for 2 generations, and they brought the third. Ooh, come on. I was like, yo, like I don't understand how people could just be like, yeah, I just want to. Listen, you can't tell nobody what to do with their money. You can't. But to tell people like, dog, you don't even got to do nothing with your money and you can play mad games. Is you done money? Come on. Like they really out here like, you know what? I'm gonna spend $700 on fucking Spider-Man DLC on the PlayStation versus again the Xbox. Jumping in playing all the third-party games are gonna be playing way better than on PlayStation 5 ever will at any period. Because if they ever come out with something stronger, you know Xbox is gonna come out with something stronger anyway. So really, that's it. It's over. Like, you know. I can see it already, yo. I can see it already. People going to E3 and people going to be wanting to shit on Halo. They're like, yeah, this don't even look as good as this, that. Like, come on. It's transparent. They so corny, they so fake, they so lame, and they such bootlicking dick riders. That's the truth, bro. Like, that's the truth. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care how nobody take it. That is the motherfucking truth. The dick riding of Sony's bullshit and the hand waving of all the ignorant, corny shit that actually has an effect on gaming in the real fucking way is corny as fuck. And there's a whole lot of suckers in this industry. And I can't deal with them. I can't put up with them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just can't. Like, fuck that. Like, it's absolutely fucking lame, disgusting. Corny motherfuckers out here, yo. Like, how they lie to you for a whole year just for you to run out and buy their shit during the pandemic when you probably could have used that money for something else, important, whatever, because you didn't have to be in a rush. Even if you did, like you could say, oh yeah, like, you didn't need a Series X. You could have played all the stuff you playing on the Xbox, One X. I'm like, yeah, true, but there's games coming that ain't gonna be playing on the One X real soon. And again, Game Pass. Like, we don't have to do this again. The benefits of owning a Series X versus owning the PlayStation 5 right now are 1,000,000,000,000 times better than a PlayStation. And Ratchet ain't gonna change that. Returnal's whack ass, not even remembered, gone, ain't gonna change that. And listen, I'm not trying to even shit on Returnal. That's mean. Like, I'm dead ass. I'm not even trying to shit on Returnal. I never played Returnal. The shit actually looks nice. Like, it looks cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me not be that much in my feelings where I start shitting on this game. Because I ain't shitting on none of these games. I've never shitted on the actual software. It's always the fact that they fire the software creator. So you can't love the software. Because it won't be around for long. That is Sony's MO. Yeah, God of War been around for a long time. But how many of Kratos' friends have died? A lot, bro. If Kratos pulls out his cell phone right now, like if Mario put out his cell phone, he could hit any phone number. And the phone gonna ring and the other line gonna pick up. If Kratos do that, nobody gonna pick up on the other line because they gone. Sad fact, sad reality, bro. And the number just grew tenfold at the start of this generation. People bought a PlayStation 5 after they slaughtered Japan. People bought a PlayStation 5 after the whole Days Gone bullshit came out. They fired, gone. The head dude who made the director, all of them gone. Like, and people still bought the shit. When they lied to you straight to your face. When they had no SSD. When you needed more memory. When all of that bullshit. Like, remember when people was hating on the Xbox way? But people who got an SSD right now on the Xbox, they ain't strapped for memory like people on PlayStation with their 600 gigs. Come on, you uninstalling and reinstalling. Well, not really, because you ain't really got much. Well, now probably you might. Oh, no, but that's right. They could, because of the SSD, we can make games smaller. Cool, great. That's awesome news. Not something that actually, well, you'll see it in your memory. I guess in that sense it affects games, but it's not FPS boost. It's not auto HDR. It's not this new, brand new AMD free sync bullshit, whatever the hell it was just called. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I just needed to get this off just so people understand. Like, the next time that you think I'm being outlandish or I'm being too hard, understand why is Raz saying that. Where is this coming from? I don't see the vision. But I'm not going to just be quick to jump and be like, yo, he hating, or or he bullshitting. He don't know what he talking about. Because 99.9% of the time, as y'all can see, and again, this shit is egotistical. I'm not being oblivious to it. Like, I know I'm being fucking egotistical right now. Like, being a dick, it sounds like. But nah, it's true. Like, I'm going to eventually end up right 90% of the time. At least that's the way the track record been. I'm not saying, I've always say this, right? I always say this. It don't mean I'm always going to be right. But the track record speaks for itself. When the track record fucks up and falls off the train tracks and all of that, then, I wouldn't be as beating my chest and feeling so goddamn confident. But shit, I'm just saying, like, Switch rumors started in 2021 going crazy. And I'm like, that's crazy, because that's the year I said in 2017 before the Switch came out. And I have that on, like, you could go listen to that on the podcast. Like, that's crazy. But it's just constant stuff like that over and over and over again. And yeah, Sony's going to continue to be liars because people keep hand waving they bullshit. But anyway.